We're back live from the streets with DJ Thinking. This is Miss Crystal going back to Mama T and Done the Boss.
Alright, we're back live for the closing segment of the show. And before we left last time, we was talking about street family. And we was trying to tailor off of that subject to come into the next subject, which was solo family. And with solo family, it kind of stems from street family because a lot of people in the street feel like they are living for self, living solo, or that term that everyone uses called one deep. How or what can you tell or what can you just give out positive to a person who feel like they're out there for themselves?
Well, you know, it's going to be hard to just really actually say. You just got to be, you know, real and have that very, you got to do things right. And when you do things right, everything's going to come to you real clear. You know, it just, everybody, you know, everybody go through a whole lot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and, you know, but when you have that master upstairs, he gonna work things out.
Right.
He gonna work it out.
Right.
But the point is that everybody do changes, you know, but they'll get back to the person that they are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. I remember hearing you saying, like, it's one of the things you pretty much, I can kind of say one of your favorite phrases, and you always say you gotta be real with it. And when you're out there living for yourself, you can't fool yourself. You can't fool the man upstairs.
No, you can't.
So
he gonna know what's gonna happen before you know what's gonna happen.
So you gotta be real with it at all times.
You gotta be real with it. If you can't be real with it, that means that you ain't real with yourself.
Right. Right. So we're not trying to down the solo factor, but when it's all said and done, you gotta understand your own situation. You gotta understand your own situation. You gotta understand if you possibly were the downfall of your own situation. If possibly someone else possibly was the downfall of your own situation. You have to understand if you need help. If you need help, you gotta ask for help. A closed mouth don't get fed. I always heard that. With the solo family, I feel like pretty much the overall aspect of the show, I feel like it's a breakaway or a breakdown of what we have lost over time. And what I mean what we have lost over time is people. No matter, this is an all race show, multi-race, multifaceted, multi-religion. It doesn't matter what you are. But I feel like what we have lost as people is the community family. And what I mean by the community family is that I can remember getting off a school bus, and I'm from Brewster, Texas, getting off a school bus on 1st Street. 1st Street, all the way to the end of that block, all the way to the end of that Polk subdivision, what they call it now. From the getting off to that bus to getting to my grandmother's house, if you was in trouble, everybody lined you up until you got home. And then by the time I got home, they told my grandmother about it. Back then it wasn't a problem because young folks respected older folks.
Yes, I mean it's still some young folks still have that respect for the elders. You know, see what I'm saying? But I look at like, you know, matter what you go through, you know, and if you call me up and you ask me for my opinion.
Right.
I'm not gonna give you something that you want to hear. I'm gonna speak on my true opinion on it.
Right.
You know, see what I'm saying, in a respectful way.
Right.
And that's why I said that I'm not gonna tell you go out there and do some go kill somebody or go break in somebody's house
Right.
or whatever,
Right.
this and that. You know, I'm not gonna say you go beat up somebody else's child, this and that.
Right.
But you know, just have that in your heart and just say what you really gotta say in a respectful way, and then walk away in a decent manner.
Right, walk away in a decent manner, and that falls in with the community family, because there was a time where just downright people looked out for each other. That was a decent, a mannerable thing. You had neighbors who looked out for neighbors.
Yes.
You had neighbors who looked out for each other's kids. You had neighbors, whether they were family or non-family, that y'all had that bond. It doesn't matter whether you was living in an apartment, whether you was living in a housing project, whether you was living in a subdivision. People genuinely, the word is genuinely, looked out for each other. These days, now don't get me wrong, because you have a neighbor and y'all are kind of close. Y'all look out for each other. Matter of fact, you and a couple of people look out for each other. So I'm not saying that aspect of family is gone.
No. I'm not gonna never say that. I'm not gonna give up on family, because I mean, you know, in this time of days, you know how in the older days, and stuff like that, you can go out of town, you can shut your door, this and that, you know, but you got all your everything you done paid for. You got everything.
Right.